These little dots down here that respond when this is working. I know you guys love it when I tap this. Because it's almost always working, and it's just this loud, annoying noise. We'll put it down here. Hey everybody, it's Rush Limbaugh. Rush Limbaugh's. Alright guys, no darkness, no... Let's get out of the shower, so... I might look a little weird. What do I have? Other than a bunch of gum chewing jawness going on. So, June 6th, we all remember this date, do we not? That was when I started the 28mm Napoleonic painting madness. And that was 3 months ago. And I've been doing nothing but that. I don't know that I'm properly burned out on it. But I figure it's time to switch it up a little bit. Nothing too major. I'm really only going back to what I was doing before I started doing that stuff, which is this epic Civil War, warlord, epic battles, epic scale Civil War stuff. Going back to that because I've come up with an idea of how to base them. So I was using the plastic bases that come with these guys. And it worked fine, I guess. But then I thought, why not just base on these singles? So you get these, the Callistra hex terrain that I use. It comes in different sizes, right? You can get single hex pieces or angled pieces or giant pieces for making big layouts. But these single pieces, I mean, where is it written I can't use these as a base to base guys? Now, it's a little raised, as you can see. Big deal, who cares? I mean, if I don't have to base and flock and all that crap, I'm sold. I'm there, man. So it seems like, and then of course the figures are still just stock blue for Union and gray for Confederate. Now, it seems like I can paint figures but not base them, or I can base them and not paint them. I can't have it both ways. I don't know. I'm screwed up. But what it looks like, I'll show you a Confederate. Actually, if I just turn this camera bravely, it might be a whole lot easier. And I'll try and bring it back and not create a... So that's what it looks like. I've done most of the Confederates. I just have the Union to go. And they're just based on their little bases, and you just grab a base and move it. And there's an ample room on there for notation as far as crib notes, if you want to do a roster type deal. I've got each base marked with a little tiny colored cube to know which brigade they're part of. Is that what I need to say? Yeah. And then which brigade commander goes with them. So that's all color coded. When doing these, and the glue part comes in when I have to glue these guys on the base. So for the most part, it seems like it'll work, especially with the, these little hexagons will work nicely with the terrain that I have laid out. The only potential issues are I do have some skirmishers on order that'll be showing up, and I'm not really sure how I will be able to run skirmishers, like a skirmish screen in front of these guys. I don't really want to use a separate base for that. I don't know that I want to rearrange the bases I've already. Anyway, that's a minor issue. And then there's some other little minor things, but for the most part, if you do your pros and cons, the pros far outweigh the cons as far as doing it like this. Again, I've got these little guys here. I've got about a dozen or more when I have to glue these guys on there. This is 6 stands per hex. Hexes and soldiers. Yeah, hexes and soldiers. Don't let the minis fool you. It's still me under here, under this channel. So that's what I'm going to do. And I guess until some folks decide they want to chat, I'll bring you down here so you can see instead of staring at me. And I'll stop chewing my gum in the microphone and hopefully not sneeze and blow the thing off. Got this stuff here. It works. The main reason I've started using this is it's not messy. Well, it's a gel. It's not liquid. And these little blue guys here, you just squeeze those. I have issues with the glue as far as the nozzle clogging and it dripping and getting all over my fingers and just being a real hassle and a drag. Everybody just wants to leave and go home. Nobody wants to stay and stick around because of the glue. So to avoid all that, I've started using this. And I don't go nuts with this stuff. I just put a dot or maybe 2 dots because I would like to be able to potentially pull these guys off of here in the future when needed. When will that be? I don't know. Someday. So yeah, exciting stuff. I've cut the peg. Now these guys come off the sprue with pegs that'll fit in the bases they come with, but I just cut those pegs off so they'll stand flat. Only issue with this glue is it's not fast bonding, and these little the static grass that's used on these bases, I've already said, is like spider hair, so it repels and resists anything on it. So there's one. There's 2. These are 13.7 millimeter, I think is what they are. They're, for all intents and purposes, 15 millimeter, but not exactly 15, a little bit smaller. So if you were to get, say, I think Calistris sells their own Civil War range of 15 mil. If you were to get those, I think they would be a tad chunkier or a tad bigger. Not positive on that. Again, I'm just doing 6 stands to a base. The other issue with doing it this way is obviously you cannot change 2 different formations. They're stuck literally in the same formation. But if you use the roster method, you can, there's ways of notating that. See, I think this one needs, sometimes they need it in the middle as opposed to the ends because they're not exactly level or flat. There's issues going on there. 3. The title of this little live session is an homage to the Ramones song. Some of you may be familiar with that, others not. It's not important. Somewhat tedious, but It's doable. So that would be 1, 2, 3, almost there. So as I'm doing this, you can see there's, because of the size of these hexes, which are, what are these? What size are these? I forget. But you can see that there's ample room on either side of these stands and the very back for any kind of, and also the side, since these are raised up, you could run brigade information, unit formation, notation, etc. along the sides there. I think that'll be all right if I just let it do its thing. Once it dries, it's good to go. So yeah, that's what it's going to be. I'm using 6 stands. I think 5 stands is your average size unit in black powder. So these would be considered large, although I'm not going that route. I'm just considering them average size, even though I'm using 6. Let's do one with a flag. This one I've already started. I don't know who's watching, but whoever you are, it's glad to have you here. Probably my probation officer or my lawyer. 1, 2, 3, 4. To be assertive when you're doing this, don't be too gentle, or you will not have success. So yeah, just squeeze the blue ends and you're good to go. We'll get another 1 or 2 people. We'll have enough for a quorum, and then like, hey Rob, how you doing, sir? I did have a couple of things I thought maybe I'd go into. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keeps wanting to lean forward. Don't lean forward. Try not to make them too straight, because then they just look unnatural. I mean, these guys didn't have a pocket rule in their pants to make sure they were exactly equidistant from each other. So we'll make some stands off center and whatnot, which would drive my brother insane. Why do you want to lean forward? You have to stop that. Okay. There's another one. This one has the command stand in the front with the flag placed accordingly. One of the things I thought I'd go into while doing this, I mean, we don't have to talk war games. We can talk whatever you guys want to talk about. I'm sure I'll veer subject-wise all over the road. Probably drive right off a cliff. But one of the things I noticed, I was watching a gentleman talk about something. It was a live broadcast, I forget what. And he was talking about how he really liked what he had been playing, playthroughs on his channel. It was a particular game. I don't remember what. But, and he was reluctant to do so. He voiced that. His, like, what's the word I'm looking for? He was torn with what to do, but in the end he said, hey, I'm going to move on to something else because I don't want people to get bored. Something along those lines. And I thought, I don't agree with that. I mean, he's free to do what he wants, but he got me thinking. And I thought, it's just his channel. If he is in the throes of something and passionate about it, he should continue in the same vein as long as his heart desires. I understand that there's a number of folks that may not dig it or might be tired of it. They're free not to watch. But I wonder, and I'm curious how, and I've kind of gone into this broadly in the past, how folks approach that have content creating channels where they feel like they're really into something, but they're also aware that folks might not be digging it, as much as they are, and how much does that dictate variation or differentiation in what you post on your channel, what you do? Again, I feel like it's your channel, so I mean, do what you want. And I've always said, if you're doing something different just to do something different and you're not passionate about it, people are going to see through that little guise, and that's not going to work either. So just curious about that. There's stand number 2 done. No, 3. It was relatively quick. So Rob says, you've got to ride that wave of personal enthusiasm or interest. I've given up forcing myself to complete games, books, because I feel I should. Yeah, exactly. You could take that the other way and say, what about those folks who start something on their channel and feel like they have to finish it, though they have no desire to do so, simply because they feel obligated to? I mean, no game should be compulsory. So I wonder how often that happens. I've abandoned, I'm probably notorious for abandoning things that I start on this channel, like games that I have set up without even warning. I mean, I'll do a grand, elaborate intro to something and show like the first turn or two, and the next time you see me, it's something completely different, and there's no hope of seeing any progress of the game I showed because it's taken down. So, I mean, my interests, they ride with the wind this way and that, and I just go with it. I definitely agree with that comment with the books. I hear a lot, I work at the library, so I hear a lot of people say, I didn't like it that much. Well, why did you finish it then? There's so many books out there. If you're not digging it, if you don't like it, just toss it aside and find something else. Like you say, life's too short to, I don't know, maybe there's a sense of accomplishment in finishing something even if you don't like it. I suppose there's that for people. Anyway, what else? Halloween's coming up. And you guys decorate and buy Halloween crap. When I'm done with this, I'm going to go eat Indian food and then hit up Lowe's because they have their Halloween stuff up. I have stuff up all year round. I have little skeletons and a big cat skeleton and skulls and all that hokey, cheap Chinese crap all over the house. I don't know. I think it's fun. Makes me happy, so I do it. Well, see, they weren't dry. Then there's the domino effect. Go too fast. Come on now. Making me look bad on live TV here. I don't know if you can hear the background music, but I have Lycia playing in the background. It is not black metal. It's not anything aggressive or annoying or along those lines. It's just like ethereal, ambient, soft. I don't know. I think dark wave is an official term. I don't know how useful genres and terms are, but I really dig them. If you guys are interested, check out Lycia. Especially good at night when you're ready to go to sleep. It'll put you right to sleep, which is a good thing, not a bad thing. Make sure the command stand is in front. Could probably hone down some of these knobs on the stands underneath that didn't get hacked off properly. Might be why they're leaning slightly forward. So yeah, gonna go check out Lowe's and see what Halloween stuff they have. That'll be my Saturday night. and Indian food, which always brightens my day. Ridden the bike 3 days in a row now, 11 miles each day. I don't want to overdo it because I still have back issues, but I might be good for a while, but sure is fun doing it though. I've got a little radio with a speaker that I play. I don't know if I'd call it loudly. I'm sure people that I pass can hear it, but it's fun to play music while you're riding your bike down the street. And the stuff I play, granted, is probably not the stuff many people want to hear, but that's what they get. I feel like, you know what? If I have to hear like loud bass 50,000 times a day going down my street, and I don't want to hear that, and I can play the stuff I like loudly going down the street. So sick of that. I mean, I don't dislike hip hop or rap. There's some stuff that I can tolerate, but I get so sick of hearing loud bass going down the road past my house. Makes me want to puke in my mouth. Come on. If I pick this up and something falls, it's not ready. Not ready. They're still drunk. Again, I'm trying not to use too much glue because I want to be able to just pop these off in the future. I don't want these married to these bases forever. Can I move you now? I gotta move on. I gotta go on. Let's go up here. I'm running out of space. There we go. Indian food and gothy plastic sounds like a great way to spend it. Yeah, and my friend's going with me there, so she and I shall have a rip-roaring time looking through Lowe's for Halloween crap and eating Indian food. I guess I could have saved this for her to help when we run out of stuff to do. But I have a gut instinct that she's not going to be interested in this. It's weird the reaction you get from people that you invite over. They're either extremely interested in the stuff you have set up, and like, wow, what is that? What's going on? What you got going on here? Even if they're not like into that, they're interested in what you're doing, and they're interested that you're interested in it. Or they're completely uninterested and don't even acknowledge the stuff. I've had a friend over a couple of times, and she sees it. You can't avoid it. This whole second room is just this stuff. But she will never say anything about it or comment on it. And she walks past it and never says anything. I find that interesting. I guess it just completely, has no effect on her. Just a bunch of little cardboard games and plastic toys. I think I'm going to leave them unpainted for now, Rob. I thought about that. Wow, those are really uneven. I may paint them at some point in the future, but for now, I'm not messing with it. Again, you have to remember, I did 3 months straight of 28 millimeter Napoleon stuff. I'm kind of painted out a little bit. I mean, I'm don't regret doing it. I'm happy with what my end result is, but I don't know. I think I need a break from painting. I did paint one trial stand just to see what it would look like. It wasn't hard or taxing, obviously, because they're so small. It's definitely doable, but again, at this scale, you don't really, the only thing that really shows up, to be honest with you, is the flesh. Everything else, if you just glance, you don't even necessarily notice it. So is it worth doing? I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I guess it's up to you. I suppose maybe they'd look a little better if they were painted, but yeah, I don't know that I have any painting in me right now. Which again, if I'm going to do that, I might as well finish painting the 28 millimeter stuff I'm taking a break from. So, yeah. No painting now or in the near future with this stuff. Trying to figure out, this is always an issue, what rule set to use with this. I've been leaning towards black powder. I've messed with it, experimented with it. I don't hate it. But I do have, and this is like junk food, but I do have enough terrain tiles set up over there to play epic scale commands and colors battles. I have that many hexes over there. So I may delve into that again at some point, just because it's easy and breezy and you don't have to think and you can just blow through a game and have fun. On the other opposite end of the spectrum, I do have John Hill, the guy that did Squad Leader. He also has, he was a big, that's a die. He's a big Civil War guy. I didn't know that. I don't know if you guys will be able to see this. Jesus. Let me pull this up. Johnny Reb. It's a war game set of rules that he did. And in fact, I have printed off the newest version, Johnny Reb 3 from 96. And it's interesting. I mean, it's obviously more detailed and more beefy than black powder, but I might mess with that and see how that goes. I'm not sure. Options. Go back to what I was talking about earlier. I wonder how much, whether consciously or subconsciously, we're influenced by other channels as well. Because, it's always the latest, greatest. So-and-so just got this new game. That looks cool. I'm going to get it too. I wonder how much of that causes folks to switch gears or lose interest in something. Maybe you could call it the Velveteen Rabbit syndrome, or you're into something and then you just throw it back on the shelf and forget about it because the new shiny is out and on everybody's channel, and you don't want to feel like you're missing out or you're the only one that isn't experiencing this new greatness in gaming. Just curious there. Also, I'll add that what you see, or what I showed you, comprises the Epic Battle starter set. Also picked up some cavalry, Epic Warlord cavalry, some Zouaves, and some the Iron Brigade. Now, again, I ordered some just yesterday. I ordered some skirmishers. I also ordered some dismounted cavalry. And I don't know what I was thinking, but I ordered a whole nother starter, black powder Civil War starter box set, a whole nother one. I think my intention was to do just like a biggest blowout battle. Also have in the back of my mind the intention of, at some point, I don't know how much of a game you could do, but at least a display at the library with all this terrain and this stuff. I think that would be fun for folks to enjoy, depict a certain engagement during the Civil War. Rob's typing stuff. So are you going to, I almost bought some Perry plastic 100 Years War. I was thinking that painting lots of metal would be easy with the Army Painter dips. Holding off for now. Not enough space for minis yet. Are you also watching lots of miniatures channels rather than just usual board game? Yeah, I'm definitely watching a lot of miniatures channels. Let me see the ones that come to mind. and that doesn't mean that comprises the total of the great channels out there. I can't remember them all. Just today, check your leader TV. He does great after action reports. The one that he just posted today consists of Leaning, I think, Napoleonic 28mm battle, and he acts as kind of the referee and uses Skype, wherein two gentlemen battle each other, and again he runs the battle, the figures, the table, etc., and they're on Skype battling against each other. It's pretty neat. They always say because of lockdown, we can't get together. I don't know how serious the places like Australia and England are. Like if you hang out and you're not supposed to, are you going to like have stormtroopers kick in your door and arrest you? Or is it that these a number of these folks on these channels are just extremely diligent with the rules that are in place? Because seems like over here, lockdown or not, people want to get together and do something. I mean, they're going to do it, Let's face it, we're spoiled Americans. We do what we want, whether it's bad for us or not. It's like the whole mask issue. I mean, the only reason it's an issue is because we're spoiled, and I don't want to wear it. These are going pretty quick. So yeah, check your leader TV. That's a good one. Creaky gamers. I think that's another. I think creaky is an English term for an old person. Is that right? Somebody trying to get a fact checker there. Creaky gamers. They do some fun stuff, or they used to. I don't know if they posted anything for a while. Quality content. Obviously, Little Wars TV. Probably right now pretty much the gold standard for miniatures war game channels. Creaky equals old. Well, I thought geezer was the English term for old person. So why isn't it geezer gamers? I guess creaky's another one. Creaky gamers. There's a lot of good ones out there. I can't remember them all. These guys just show off the masses and masses of 28 mil fully painted, gussed up stuff. And it's like, my God. But you have to remember, these guys have probably also been doing gaming that way for years and years and years. And I mean, inevitably, you're going to acquire a number of things. It's not like they just started. Little Wars TVs, yeah, that's good stuff. Basement. Oh, here's another one. Basement 1908. This is just. I mean, he's cool because he doesn't take himself too seriously. He's just a guy. He'll do. I prefer his Napoleonic stuff, but he'll do like bolt action stuff as well. He's got a gigantic table in the basement, and he just goes to town. He's fun to watch. I think there's one called JP. He has a lot of times actually it's him and his son. Sizable table, beautifully painted figures, and a joy to listen to. It doesn't grate on your nerves. I think that's another one. JP, I think, is his name. Notice with these guys here, they come in the starter set. They don't have their bayonets fixed, And I noticed the Iron Brigade, the metal figures, separate box set you get, they come molded with bayonets fixed. Interesting difference. I think one lesson I could learn with a lot of these guys' channels that produce really quality content is they take the time to edit. I don't do that. You know, if I'm going to do a battle, I just film everything, and they'll cut out boring parts, snip those out, boil it down. I think Check Your Leader, dude, he has Check Your Leader TV. He'll do musical interludes while they're moving. The sound of he'll do music and the sound of marching troops when it's a movement phase. Storm of Steel Wargaming, I like that channel. For some reason, I don't tend to watch it as much as some of the others. I don't know the answer why that would be. But he's definitely another popular one. What are you playing right now, Rob? What do you got on your table right now? Are you painting stuff or are you playing? Or are you doing both? Rob may have dozens of things on his table, but we won't know unless he chimes in. Waiting for Rob. Colin 44, hey, Simonich. Only the map out was thinking about playing. I'm going to be honest with you, some of the games I own, strictly for the map. The maps were that beautiful. Case in point. Where did that thing go? Oh, this one. No, only, you know, the American Revolution interests me none. This game here, though. This game here. 1777, Year of the Hangman. The only reason I picked this up is because of the map. That's it. That's the only reason I own this game. I'll tell you who did the map, but the style, some people hate it. Some people think it's too much. There's them. Kind of white it out here. There we go. I mean, you got to hand it to the guy. That's pretty nifty for a game map. I mean, that's inspiring. It makes you want to play, which is important. It's not the only thing, but it helps. Does it say who designed? Oh, look, you can look it up. You look it up on Board Game Geek. 1707, Year of the Hangman, and see who did the map. But that's, again, an example. The only reason I own that game is because of the map. Who did the map? All right, you want to know who did the map? You got to know who did the map. That would be, it's unpunched. I mean, I haven't even played it. We have credits in the back. No. I think he's a relatively well-known chap that did the map. Now I'm getting sidetracked here. This is 1777, Year of the Hangman we've segued into. I own this game only because the map is fantastic. Sometimes you see threads start up on Board Game Geek about what games have the most beautiful maps. Oh, here it is. I'm going to Board Game Geek, and why did it take me there? Okay. I don't want to go to Marketplace. Didn't they change their... Just take me where I want to go. How about that? Oh, look at this. In 2002, it was the nominee for Best Wargame Graphics. Now, who beat that out in 2002? Goodness sakes. There must be a hell of a map to beat it out. I would have thought it would win. It doesn't say who did the map. Artist, Terry Leeds. Terry Leeds did game artist who has worked for Clash of Arms, Turning Point Simulations, and GMT. He's done Paths of Glory, Tank Duel, Cataclysm, Imperial Struggle. Oh my God, he's done like 61 games. So it's not like a side hustle for him. I think he does this full time. Yeah, that's his name, Terry Leeds. All right, we're good. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, Napoleonic Wargaming. That guy, he's like up to 7,500 subscribers on it, and he does. That's all he does. Pretty much, it's just Napoleonic stuff. Is that the one I'm thinking of? Yeah, he does good stuff. No, not Rick Barber. Rick Barber, loved by many. I always wonder if and when. I mean, it's like heresy, right? I always wondered if and when Squad Leader would update their maps to start issuing. You can still use the old ones. There's only 1,000 million scenarios that you can use on the old ones, but just give the option and have official MMP artwork updated for the map so that it's, I don't know, it looks a little more realistic or detailed. I mean, those maps are only from like late 70s. Are we good on this? What, are you kidding? We almost got ourselves a Union Army here. Look at that. What time is it? 4:12. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. I may have these knocked out in no time at all. Boom. Boom. Also had to determine if I wanted to base them this way or this way, and I chose this way. What's the reason behind that? Well, one of my favorite rule systems, it's Napoleonic, but one of my favorite rule systems has you play like that, and I don't know, I guess I've grown used to it or accustomed to it. Oh, also, now I don't remember why. You can actually place these guys side by side, no issue. If you do it the other way, they won't line up side by side. They'll be staggered. Now, they'll be staggered as you go each hex row back, but I can live with that. So that's another reason I did it. Boom, 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 boom. I did run, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I did run a quick coat of spray paint over these guys. I wanted them a little bit darker than the way they came out of the factory when they were born. Same with the Confederates. I ran a gray spray paint coat over them as well. Plus, they were just a little too, I don't like when they look shiny. I don't know that I like anything shiny. I'll see pictures and videos of guys who've painted these fantastic, epic-looking figures, and the end result is they're shiny though, and I don't know if it's like the base coat they're spraying on them. I think I've talked about this already, so I won't continue. All right, Rob, take care, buddy. Rob's gone. That leaves our mystery viewer. Will the mystery viewer reveal themselves? You'll have to stick around and see on the next episode. Mystery viewer. Let's see here. You really got to press down because again, those little the static grass hairs are pushing against these guys pretty good. Come on. I don't think these are ready. Are they ready? Maybe. We'll see. Once they dries, man, they're good to go. But all right. Command stand first. That's too much. I have to cut that nib off. Hangnail. Got a hangnail. Bye, hangnail. I have super glue over the clippers. I know people will watch this later, or they won't. But when there's nobody watching live, like right now, I find it hard to just talk to nobody. But as people potentially watch this later on, you can't just have straight silence either. So, oh, there's our mystery viewer back. Mystery viewer. 2. What if I can get all these done before I leave? To recap, we're currently gluing Union troops onto Callistra hex bases because I am yet to be enlightened in the ways of basing things as far as static grass and all that stuff. So in lieu of procuring the exact kind of grass that I want, etc., and doing it a certain way, I just use what's readily available and go that route. That's another thing I'll mention. I did order 100 more of these single hexes, so we'll have no shortage there. And I thought, maybe I'll be able to use these for other things as well in the future. Potentially World War II. I also have some samurai stuff over there, and almost pulled the trigger on some more samurai stuff. But then I thought, my God, you can't just buy everything. I had to slow my roll. I haven't started to hallucinate yet from the glue, but I expect that's a possibility at some point during the show. If I do so, I'll be do my best to describe what I see. 4. So if I start talking about the ceiling is melting or something like that, it's from the glue. The ceiling's not really melting. Someone might do well to remind me of that if that happens. 4, 5. Nope, not ready. Come on, you can do it. I wish this glue bonded a little bit faster. We can put a man on the moon. There we go. We good? No? There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more here. There we go. Again, I love the size of these hexes as well for what I'm doing because it leaves, again, ample room for markers or information. You just pick the entire hex up and move everything in one go. I really dig that. Oh, we're about halfway done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're more than halfway done here. I did 11. We got like 7 more to go. Command stand first. No command stand. That's fine. Do we have a big nub there? Why? I thought I cut all these. Why is there a big nub there? All right, here we go. That. Well, if I had to choose between 28 millimeter and the smaller scales, I mean, the 28 mil stuff looks great painted up, but you need a lot of it, and it's expensive and time consuming. You really need a lot of it to get the relatively quickly achieved mass effect of the smaller scales. And surely I'm not the only one to invent this, but I mean, at a smaller scale, when you have a lot of stuff set up, it looks pretty damn impressive. It's hard to compete with that look. I think 28 mil might be better for broken rifle. Might be better for skirmish level games. Not sure. For smaller engagements. Have another nub. Another nub, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe not. Another base almost done. 6 more after this, minimum. I think I have some more in the kitchen, but for tonight, this might be all I need. I also have a scenario here from Black Pal that I'm trying to abide by as far as the order of battle. So I'm not just going blind here. Command stand. I might deck these out with some really cool information. Maybe have another flag emblem incorporated into the regiment number or things like that. I'm not sure. I think the scenario that I'm going to set up is for Wilson's Creek, Battle of Wilson's Creek. What is that Elliot Wilson's Creek? Is that your creek, Elliot? Nothing to see here, just some glue and some plastic. On a Saturday afternoon. No. Stop leaning forward. There we go. 4 more after this. Another nub. I thought I cut all these. Come on. You do realize fall is almost here. Summer's already almost over. Isn't that crazy? Well, mystery viewer, I don't know if I've already showed you this or not, but what I'm basing for is this stuff here. So I already have the Confederates done for the most part. So I'm trying to fill in the Union. Oh man, what a mess here. 3, 4. 2 more after this? That's it? Wow, okay. No, 3. Nope, 4. See, I lied. You thought I was telling the truth, and I lied. I have 4 more after this guy. All right. Another one there. Except these guys don't want to stand up. Come on, you can do it. If you really try. These guys might be an issue. Just dry and be good. Cooperate, please. They look like they're leaning forward. I think it's the way they're molded. All right, who's next? Who else? Getting tired of doing this. 4 more to go. All right, this is my number 4, and then 3, 2, 1. Line up. Nice little command stand there. We got a guy with a sword, a guy with a couple guys with flags. They go in the front. Not sure why I'm broadcasting live. I don't think I have anybody watching. Just thought I'd see who's out there. I think there's a couple other shows going on right now. Certainly not as interesting as gluing things together, though. There's just no way. Three more to go. Only 3 more to go, mystery viewer. Command stand? No. Okay. Yes, command stand. We'll let Lycia take us home. swear they're leaning forward. I don't like that. Come on now. Hey, Mr. Never Been to Europe. When are you gonna go? I mean, certainly you'll not always be Mr. Never Been to Europe. How you doing, buddy? It's a barrel of laughs over here as I glue these little stands onto the hexes. Let's see how many people we can get to watch me glue random pieces of crap on a piece of plastic. 4, 5. 2 more bases to go after this. And if you're nice, maybe I'll let you guys watch me set these up. More unscheduled excitement. I like the YouTube name, Mr. Never Been to Europe. It's easy to remember. It's original. It's not easily confused with anybody else. Unless there's a Mrs. You're Mr. Never Been to Europe. Now, if there is a Mrs. I've Been to Europe and you guys got together, that would be kind of cool. Unless you're already married, Mr. Never Been to Europe. I wouldn't want to cause any familial problems in that respect. But if you're single and that person existed and you guys hit it off, that would be pretty cool. This is the penultimate base that I'll be doing live for you guys. This is the kind of fabulous content you get with this channel. Have you not seen it? I've flipped the camera twice now. I'll flip it again for Mr. Never Been to Europe. No, I got plenty right there. It's 20 hexes wide and 13 deep, something like that. Got everything I need. It's only 2 full-size doors that I'm using for a table. Although see now my dream of hooking up Mr. Never Been to Europe with somebody named similarly has been dashed. Mr. Never Been to Europe has a wife, and she's Asian. Now here's my next question, right? Has she been to Asia? Because she could conceivably be Miss Never Been to Asia. Or is that another dream I'm going to have crushed? What are you playing right now, Mr. Never Been to Europe? And thank you for the wow. Wows are appreciated. What's on Mr. Never Been to Europe's table? The suspense is killing me. Let's see, another nub. I thought I cut all these. Go away. These came with pegs so they could go into the holes on the stands, and I don't even know why they needed that. You gotta glue it anyway. I guess they figured if they can keep you guys from using glue, it's a good thing. I don't know. Let me get Warlord on the phone and ask him. All right, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are almost done with this nonsense. Can you even believe it? Who would have thunk it that I would finish all these stands? It's a thing to behold. When I get done with this last stand, I'll let you guys watch me set up, see what it looks like. The annoying whispery music in the background is Lycia. I don't know if you can hear it or not. All right, one more after this. Let's see. She was fresh off the boat 40 years ago. Desert heat. Lock and load tactical. Okay, so you're playing lock and load tactical. I haven't played a whole lot of lock and load tactical, very little, but I have played some of it. And that would be in the form of Heroes of Normandy. I swear that looks like Dan Pancaldi on the cover. I always say that, but it really does. That's the only lock and load tactical I've ever played. The only other lock and load I've played is oh Jesus, I don't even know where it's at. I'm a mess. I can't find it. That's that. All right, one more after this. Last one. Yay. Thank God. He's finished. I don't have to watch this anymore. Thank Buddha. Thank Muhammad. Thank Jesus. Time is it for ooh. Time is ticking. I have places to go and things to do at 6, so I'll be taking my leave well before then. 5 more stands. I can hardly stand it. I don't understand. There's another pun I don't understand. Come on, get on there. They sure look like they're leaning forward from this angle. I think I've said that 100 times, but it just looks like that. Bothers me. Everybody based properly, not against the side, but against the corner. Don't want any surprises. As soon as I get this base done, I'll switch the camera over and let you guys see them on the table in all their glory. Based. All right. Almost there. For anybody that's curious, once again, these hexagons, are molded plastic flocked with static grass from Callistra Limited out of England, I believe. Don't hesitate to order. The shipping does not take that long. If you're intrigued by what I'm doing here, you could do similarly. So you don't have to create your bases. They're already made for you. All right, that's it. Done. Boom. Let me turn the camera around so we can have more unbridled excitement here while I set them up. Let's go to this side. Whoop. This side. There we go. All right, so we have these will comprise specific brigades. The first one is, well, 1st Brigade. And that comprises 3 infantry regiments. So I need 3 reds over here. 1, 2, 3. Well, let's find red. Here's red. What's going on, red? One. Mark it with a red marker because that would denote 1st Infantry, 1st Brigade. And then we'll know, be able to maintain brigade integrity with the red leader here. Man, it just looks so good set up like this. 2nd Brigade. How was that? 2nd Brigade consists of, that was 3 for that. Another 3. Nope, that's wrong. Here we go. Not you, this. White. And that's, yeah, that's another 3. So give me 3 more. They'll go over here. Give me 3 white markers. And there's your white. And then the final brigade, well, we have 2 more. 2 more brigades. 3rd Brigade, lots of stuff here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Really? Let's cut 2, because I had to cut 2 from the Confederate Army, so we'll cut 2 from there and just call it 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I didn't have enough guys to field exactly what they say to field. I will at some point, but right now I don't. That. So I need 4 blues. Right? Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Mark those off. We'll bring him up since there's a brigade behind him. And play it like this. There's our blue. Probably off camera here. Apologize if I am. Blue. Blue. And bring this guy up. 1 to here. Blue. Pull the leader over here. Final brigade will be the green. What was that? 4th Brigade. 4th Brigade consists of 1, 2, 3, 4. Really? So I might cut down on, instead of taking 2 out of 2nd, 3rd Brigade, I might take 1 out of 3rd Brigade and 1 out of 4th. Let's do it like that. We'll take one of the blues and make it green. Now I'm confusing myself. Let's just leave it how it is. I'm just confusing myself here. Go back and make that like that. So that does leave 1, 2, 3, 4. What do I have? Just 2. That's my greens. Am I out of greens, really? We're going to have to change the color on old green. We're out of them. So let's go purple. 4th Brigade will be purple. Why is he purple? I want to be purple. All right. Grab one of these. I think another one. 1, 2, because there's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. So 2 more of these. And that'll be all set up, ready to roll. Get rid of the purple. Right next to the wheat. Cream of wheat field. Get rid of the greens. Get rid of the greens. Purple. Marking these color-wise so everybody knows who is in what brigade. Different ways to do this, of course. This is how I've chosen to do it. Need one more purple marker and we're good. Commander in Chief is not marked the color for obvious reasons. The setup for this, I've kind of done freely. It's not according to any historical setup. The order of battle is historical for Wilson's Creek. The terrain setup is loosely historical. There is a creek, but there's also another stream coming off of that, forking off of it. I don't have that represented, at least yet. I may change that. Hills are ahistorical. So really, primarily, it's just the order of battle that is historical. So there it is, all set up. Let's get a different view here. Shaky cam, there we go. That's that. So that's ready to roll and play. And I think I'm done here. Conflict Magazine, good Lord, dude. Been a while, man. Glad to see you're okay. Me. She was okay. I'm changing my username to the song title I've been listening to lately. Please put me in a medically induced coma. Okay, dude. I'll keep an eye out for that. Nations at War is the series. Glad to see you okay. Yeah. Thank you. All right, guys. I think that's it for today. Everybody stay safe. Be kind to one another. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you next time.